Hello everybody, and greetings from the Ken Kyle kitchen. Today we are going to make apple pie, one of my favorite things in the world to drink. Here's everything you will need to make it. First, a big pot such as this. If you don't have a big pot like this, if you have a smaller one, you can cut the recipe in half. But for this recipe, we're going to use 1 gallon of apple juice. Brand does not matter. 1 gallon of apple cider. Again, the brand does not matter. It will be delicious no matter what. 1 package of cinnamon sticks. These you can find at the grocery store in the spice aisle, usually right next to ground cinnamon. 1.5 cups of sugar, white sugar, and then half a cup of brown sugar. Doesn't matter if it's light brown, dark brown, either kind, brown sugar will work, will be delicious. So first, we'll turn the oven on. Well, the burner, not the oven. You can turn your oven on if you want to though. And put the apple juice in. Save the container if you don't have mason jars. Once the drink is done, you can pour it back into the apple juice and the apple cider containers. Very handy. Now the cinnamon sticks. White sugar. Now the brown sugar. Once you add all those ingredients, stir it up really good. Now we will let the range. We'll let the range do its job for about 10 minutes or so. We'll come back, stir it again. Total cook time for this amount, at least on my range, with it set to about 9, should be about 45 minutes. You want to cook it until it's a rolling boil. And then once it gets to that, you'll see froth on the top, and then you can remove it from the heat and let it cool down. So we will be back in about 45 minutes. So this is what it will look like about 10 minutes in. We're gonna stir it again, mix up all the ingredients real nice, get them even throughout the entire Now we'll let it cook for another 10 minutes and check on it later. So this is what it will look like about 25 minutes in. You'll have a little bit of a froth there on top. Your whole house will smell like apple pie. And it's got about maybe 10-15 more minutes and it should be at a full boil, and then we'll remove it from the heat. Alright, this is about 35, almost 40 minutes in. A little steamy, but you can see how it's a nice rolling boil there. Stir it one more time. Turn the heat off. And just move it off the burner. Really smells like I'm cooking apple pie in the oven. Now that'll take a couple hours to cool off. Probably about 2.5 hours. You want to let the temperature get down before you put the alcohol in it. So we'll let it cool off for a bit here and be back in about an hour or two to check on it. Alright, now it is cooled off for about 3 hours now. Still warm. About 98.9 degrees. Now we can add the most important part of the drink. Everclear 190. If you can't get your hands on some everclear 190, you can also use rum 151. Or you could use vodka. Really anything you can find, it'll taste good. You probably won't notice a difference. Stir it up real good in there. Now it is done. You can either put it back in the apple juice and apple cider containers, or you can get some mason jars from Giant Eagle. It's usually near the trash bags. And one other thing comes in very handy for filling them. Get yourself a funnel. Hope you enjoy this. It's especially delicious if you heat it up to about the temperature of warm tea. Drink it outside on a cool night. There's no better drink. Pro tip number 1. For extra flavoring, you can take the cinnamon sticks and leave them in the beverages. Give them a little extra cinnamon flavor if you leave them in there a few days after you make it. Just do not eat the cinnamon sticks. Throw those in the trash before you drink the wonderful, wonderful apple pie. Enjoy, and please subscribe for more delicious cooking videos to come in the future.